monster.
Hey guys, Columbia72 here, and today I have for you guys two replays. One of them is an ace and the other one not an ace, and I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to best maximize your experience for grinding this tiger up. Well, not really this tiger up, but this German Dream Machine up. And I'm going to be talking to you guys a whole lot of different ways to make experience points. Now, what are the main ways of getting experience? Well, it's really quite simple. You can do raw damage, kills, assist damage, spotting tanks. I think those are really the four main ways everybody knows to get damage. And what is the best way to get damage? Experience. What is the best way to get experience? The best way to get experience is kills. That gets you the most. Why do kills get you so much XP? Well, the reason kills get you so much XP is because when you kill someone, you steal a percentage of their experience. So, believe it or not, killing someone early in a game doesn't get you as much experience as killing the last player on the enemy team alive, because the last player typically has the most experience. So, unless of course he's been camping in the map at the back of the map the entire time. But let's pretend you see an XGN player and you see an Immortals player. You will probably get more experience killing the guy in Immortals than you will killing the guy in XGN, because the guy in Immortals has probably already done a lot of damage and has already accumulated a lot of experience. So that's something you can keep in mind when you're going for kills, is who has more kills. So you see somebody with 6 kills and you see somebody with 2 kills. Probably best to shoot the guy with 6 kills, right? And you will get more experience for that. Of course, if it's the kill shot. If it's not the kill shot, then you'll just get the experience for doing the damage. What else gets you experience? Well, when you have somebody in your detection range. So in other words, if you have 445 meters view range and some guy is 440 meters away and you see him and somebody else shoots him who is more than 445 meters away, so somebody who can't see them for himself, you get half the experience that that player is giving out when you shoot, or when they shoot. So in other words, if somebody shoots an E5, and let's say that E5 is worth 100 experience for being shot, you get 50, and the player who shot him gets 50. Now the same works both ways. If you're sniping in the back, and you shoot someone who someone else is spotting, you get 50, he gets 50. Let's pretend that player is in your own view range. So he's 400 meters away, and you have more than 400 meters view range, like what I just did to that Carnarvon there. Or was that a Conqueror? No, it was a Carnarvon. Phew. Okay. Actually, it's a small screen. I can't tell. Hopefully it was a Carnarvon, because I hate stock Conquerors. Anyway, so when I shot that Carnarvon, I got the full experience for him, because I was spotting him and shot him. So in other words, that 100 experience all went to me. Now, this guy, out of my view range, 445 is the max view range, so I did not get all of him. I split it, probably with that heavy tank who's spotting him up front. That heavy tank would have gotten half that XP that I just got. Now, because I killed him, any experience that that heavy tank accumulated, I get a percentage of. So these are things that you want to keep in mind. Very interesting things. Kills get you the most, especially if you kill a very good player who's been playing very well that game. You get a lot more experience. Now, another good way to get experience is tracking. As you can see, I go for that E100's tracks because I want all the assists. Because I had not had an ace tanker in this pattern yet. So this was my first ace tanker, and I wanted to share it with you guys because this is a pretty good one. Because it shouldn't have been an ace damage-wise. I didn't do much damage, but it was the kills. The kills is what got me the ace tanker. See, now he's taking tracked assist. Once again, when you track somebody, you only get half of the assist. But now the guy who is shooting him, even though that guy who shot him, actually, I'm not quite sure how that works. I think if you track him, the full experience is still given to the player who shoots him if he's in view range. Because you can actually get 9,000 total damage off of a mouse. You can track a mouse and get 3,000 assist while someone else is spawning him, and they get 3,000 assist while someone else is shooting him, so they get 3,000 damage. So your team can accumulate 9,000 combined damage off of one tank, off of a mouse. That is possible. I've tested this in a training room. So I think actually, when you track the player, you do get half the XP, but I believe the player shooting him, as long as he's in view range, gets the full amount. Which is why sometimes when you track a player, you still get the spotted target assist, because you're the only one spotting him. So that's something you got to keep in mind. Another very important thing to get you experience, which a lot of people don't know about, it's actually being close to enemies when they fire, or close to shells when they fly past. If you are in close proximity, whenever an enemy shoots, you get experience. Every time an enemy shoots, you get a little bit of experience, no matter where you are on the map. But the closer you are to the enemy, the more experience you get. The more. So if you are 50 meters away, and let's just pretend you get 25 XP for when he shoots from 50 meters away, then every time he shoots, that's 25 XP. But if you're far, redlining far away, sniping, and he shoots, maybe you'll get 5 XP every time he shoots. But the closer you are, the more XP you get. Even though block damage itself really doesn't give you any experience, the shells the enemies are shooting that you're close to get you XP. And the longer you're alive for gets you XP. And if you die, you lose XP. Something you need to keep in mind, though you can still score top when you die, because you don't lose much, but you do lose. If this guy shot and killed me right now, he would steal some of my XP, and that would be a big bonus for him, because we already had 5 kills and 15 damaging hits, and he would have stolen that experience from us. Not all of it, but a percentage. I'm not sure what the percentage is, and I don't know where to find the information on it. I found it a long time ago, way back in the day when I was studying up on this, but I don't know what the percentage is, but it is true. I have, unfortunately, not scored as high as other people just because I've been killed. But as you can see, that is an ace tanker. You're thinking, Clone Guy, we've seen you do more damage in that tank and not get an ace tanker. So why was that an ace tanker? Well, the why was because of the kills. And 3 of those kills, I believe, were the last 3 tanks in the game. And so those guys had already accumulated a lot of experience that game. And because we killed them, we got a ton of XP. Now, we were top tier that game. This game I'm showing you, myself and Catnip are the only 2 tier 8s on our team. They have an 8 as well. And the reason I'm showing you this is because why would you guys only want to see me do really, really well? This game, I don't do really, really well, but we do score top on XP, even though we don't do much damage. Why? Because we are shooting tier 10s, and we're in close proximity to them. So every time they shoot, we get experience, more experience than somebody who's further and further away. Another way to get experience while we are in this position, because I'm not really talking about the games right now, I'm talking about how to get XP, and it's very important because I know a lot of you guys want to grind as much experience as possible. Another way to get experience is capping the base or winning the game, killing everyone. Which one is better, you may ask? Believe it or not, the better way to get experience, if you're trying to grind, is to kill everyone. Because if you capture the base, only the players capturing the base get bonuses. Believe it or not, even though that guy shot us, we get experience for it because we're fighting him close range. So we actually got XP from that, even though we took damage. Though you don't really want to take damage. It's probably worth taking the damage is probably worth less than taking the damage was probably worth more than the experience, so you don't really want to trade hit points anyway. But we just killed a tier 10. We just killed a tier 10 who YOLO in front, so he probably had a lot of spots, so that probably really helped. Another way you can get experience, guys, I will get back to the capturing the base in just a second, is spotting tanks. I forget what it is, but we'll just use small numbers. Every time you spot somebody, we'll just say it's 25 experience, right? So if you spot 10 people, that's 250 XP, and I think that's actually around the right number. I know it's around there, or maybe 30 or 32, something like that. It's a low number, but it is still. Every time you spot artillery, it's actually double. So whenever you spot an artillery unit, you get like 50 XP or something like that. And so those are things you want to keep in mind. Suicide scouting, you may think, okay, so if I suicide scout, get 14 spots, that's a ton of bonus XP right there. Yes, but remember, if you die, somebody steals that percentage, and the longer you stay alive, the more XP you get. Light tanks are perfect for farming experience because you can zoom ahead and get those early spots and then run away, get the assist damage, stay alive. The longer you stay alive, the more XP you get. Now, let's get back to that question. What's better, capturing the base or killing the enemies? Well, if you capture the base, you or anybody who's on the cap circle at the time of the capture gets a small amount of bonus experience. A small amount, and it's not very good for grinding tanks. However, if you guys kill everyone on the enemy team, everybody gets a bonus for the combined damage everyone on your team has done. The combined damage, and it actually gets you more XP than capping the base. Even if you capture it by yourself, you get more experience, believe it or not, from killing the entire enemy team with your team than capturing the base. You lose a ton of experience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That means if you capture the base, nobody else gets the bonus except you. But you have to remember, if you're capturing the base, you're out of the fight for 2.5 minutes. Or sorry, 1.5 minutes. And that's probably not going to help you XP grind. You think, oh, but I get a bonus for it. Yeah, but now you're not fighting, you're not shooting, and you could be getting a lot more experience if you were doing that. But, you know, if you've already had a good game and you're afraid somebody's going to score higher than you and you want to be that kind of a player who's really dirty, doesn't care about anyone else, yes, you can capture the base. Or if you're about to lose, capture the base. But the more enemies you kill, the more experience everybody gets. These are little tiny things that you can keep in mind as you... I should have gone for his lower plate there, that you can work towards. Now, you can see we only have 7 damaging hits, but we do have our 3 kills. We killed the M103, and we killed tier 10 light tanks. And that is going to get me a lot of XP, even though I only have 7 damaging hits. Now, you saw I tracked this guy because I wanted some of the XP, because I knew I'd be splitting it with that RU, and I want to score top, right? This was during the op, and I'm like, okay, I can either sit here and split the assist damage I'm getting with this RU, or I can go around the corner and track him and get the full amount for myself, because we're both spotting him. Because we're both spotting him and I track him, that negates his spotting. Actually, no, he still does get half. It counts him as still spotting, but he only gets half of it, while I still get the full for tracking. So this is something you would need to keep in mind. These are really easy tricks, really easy things. The more damage you can accumulate, the better. And the more you can steal from your teammates, yes, that sounds wrong, the more experience you can get. But also, the more you can assist your teammates at the same time, also gets you a lot of experience. Like, stealing kills will get you the most XP, but if you're not going in for the kills, tracking tanks, spotting tanks, being close to enemies, being in a mouse or a heavy tank and just taking hits for your team, that gets you experience. And now what you're going to see me do here is make sure I stay alive for as long as possible. Yes, this is a little bit scummish, because now I'm not going to be killing the enemy, but I thought there's no way I'm going to win this on the hit points I'm on, all the 10s I'm fighting, so I just decided to climb up here, get away, and let them cap the base. Because if I let them capture the base, their team will not get as much experience, and they will not steal experience from me for killing me. So that is my plan right now, coming up here, because I've not done a lot of damage. I'm like, okay, how am I going to score top here? I'm sure people have done a lot more damage than me. So I've decided, okay, I'm going to go up to the top of the map, hide there, let them capture the base, so none of them get as much XP, and it also means they don't steal any of my XP. And so I should score top on my team. That's my plan anyway. That's my goal. And so that's what we're going to do, is we're just going to sit here and let them capture the base. Nothing special about this game, or this end. They just capped the base and I just sat up there. Now we're going to go to the post-game results, and we're going to see exactly how we did. Even though we did lose, we get the full 5 points, even though we only did 1,100 damage, and 2 other people did almost 4,000 damage on our team. However, we got more experience because we stayed alive longer, and we didn't get killed and get our experience stolen. We barely scored higher than the FE215B. I believe if we had gotten killed, we probably would have lost just enough experience to not score top. So hopefully those tips and tricks are enough for you guys to hopefully start scoring higher. Other things you can do to get more base experience points are some of the premium tanks actually increase your base XP. The Churchill 3 is a great example of that. If you play that thing, you're almost going to score top every single time. So yeah, stay alive. The longer you stay alive, the more XP you get. The closer you are to the enemies, the more XP you get. It's kind of like, uh-oh, the closer you are, the more likely you are to die, but the more XP you get. And also, if you stay alive, the more XP you get. So if you can do both, so light tanks playing passive or heavy tanks blocking damage, you will do great. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed and you all learned something. If you did, please go ahead, slap that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for reaching 1,000 subscribers with me. We will be having a giveaway soon, sometime in September. I got to get my internet working first, so I'm going to give some time for you guys to prepare for it. I'll find a date, and we'll make sure we set our minds to it, and hopefully get some codes for the giveaway from Raybot. Maybe there'll be some tanks, probably not, probably mostly just premium time and garage slots, but free stuff is free stuff. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. Tell them it's CoolGuy72 or the Null Trooper. Take care, guys, and peace out.